I value identity. As a Muslim, as an American, as a Pakistani. And over the years, in my 30 years of life, I've had to overcome a lot of hurdles based on these identities. I live with 3 decades beside me, drinking my chai, some coffee, and yes, even some bottled Dasani Pani. That means water. I'll translate. I can't help if I'm Muslim, American, and Pakistani, finding God to one day find my Rani. That means queen. I'll let that simmer for a little bit. Amaya Angelou Noor Jahan kinda her. Yeah, Amaya Angelou Noor Jahan kinda her. A character with character, her heartbeat matching her words as I seek her like a poetic verse, and raptured in our universe, you see. I love to think first. Call me a pragmatic romantic as I sing to Rose wearing a heated life vest off the Titanic. That door was big enough for Leo, by the way. I'm sorry. I really have a problem, I digress, but, I can't help but lightheartedly write this. You see, some say that it took me a long time to be a med student. But, they don't know the unforeseen obstacles that really came my way. To reach a place that questioned my presence some days, to start all over again in a new place when I was already midway, only to persevere for years to be where I am today. For some reason I pursued this dream day by day, so I use my pen and write this piece to learn why. What is it that makes me continue to try and fall and try? So I put on my red vest and slip on my Nike mags, turning Zishan Chuktai into Zishan McFly. And I traveled back to another time before all these terror wars, before political rhetoric banned groups more and more, before I was born in Virginia in '86, before I drooled and spit, my first words were in English. You see, my fam left the land of the pure for the land with the cure. From the state of Punjab to a state of odd jobs. Make it snap. Fresh off the plane in Norfolk, VA. Welcome to America. That's what they would say. But from day one, they rolled up their sleeves, showing heart from their shalwar kameez, wearing big hair with flared bell-bottom jeans, aviators on with a 1980s kind of lean, lighting fireworks on the 4th of July, chicken tikka on the grill while serving your apple pie. Silently wiping blood, sweat, and tears from their eyes, you see, they face fears and bigotry too. But their story, that built my foundation. Each chapter a setting stone, cemented by love for this nation, grand enough to call it their home. But they didn't know the unforeseen obstacles that came their way. To reach a place that questioned their presence some days, to start all over again in a new place, to work for a someday, only to persevere for years to be where they are today. You see, Abu and Ummi, they rowed upstream. Without a paddle, they faced the salty sea so I can drink the American dream. It's freshwater rains for you and me. From the youth to the old, we dare to be bold. Warm lands to the cold, cast from our own mold, our story. Immigrant glory. Good job. Norfolk, VA, I was born and raised. Norfolk, Virginia, I was born and raised from the Chuktai fam. And yes, we are here to stay. And I was a 12-year-old brown kid wearing white kufi lids, playing Nintendo between reciting Quran with my mom, playing kickball between getting my prayer on. Even after 14-hour work days, my dad would teach me how to pray 5 times in a day. And when we would have large gatherings and it was time to pray, I would get a little nervous in my own kind of way. Because, Abu, he would say, Beta, suno, make the call to prayer. What, in front of everyone? I would reluctantly say, yes, in front of everyone. He lovingly would say, never realizing facing that kind of public pressure would come in handy today. So when I prayed, I asked God, dear God, let me be real. Why is my little brother so annoying? Can you make him less annoying? God, I'm trying to beat Super Mario Brothers 3. Can you help me jump over Bowser's flame so I can win that 8-bit kind of game? But honestly, God, I gotta ask you, why do I get picked on? Is it because I say God in a different tongue? Is it because I get browner than some in the sun? Is it because of that writing contest that I won? Man, that word stung. But I pushed on, right? I pushed on. Till this bully pushed on my chest after school, pushing me back, ready to attack with a bunch of kids around us. But I still held back. And then he faced my cousin. Man, I wasn't having that. You see, Abu told me to defend family or friend, no matter their faith, their color, or creed, or whatever they believe. But make sure in the end you choose peace. So when this kid, when he swung his arm, I grabbed it and I swung him down to the dusty ground and I said, now look, both of us are brown. As he wiped the earth from his shirt, he realized he couldn't hurt someone that knew his worth. But without a second thought, I reached down and I gave him my hand. Because we both bleed red, white, and blue for the same brown land. People like him, he doesn't know the unforeseen obstacles that came our way. To reach a place that questioned our presence some days. To start all over again in a new place, to work for us someday. Only to persevere for years to be where we are today. You see, Abu and Ummi, they rowed upstream. Without a paddle, they faced the salty sea so I can drink the American dream. It's freshwater rains for you and me. From the youth to the old, we dare to be bold. Warm lands to the cold, cast from our own mold. Our story. Immigrant glory. So as I use my DeLorean kind of mind, I come back to the future in the present time. Man, y'all in narratives of pain. I'd use that line. But in looking back, I realize why I try and I fall and I try and I fall and I try again. See, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, all of you in this room today, this is what I learned. In all that you face, know that the journey is long. But nothing should stop you from singing your song. So show the world through thick and thin that words you live are realities you win. And whatever has stopped you, let it only move you. And if you need a minute, go ahead and take 2. Because change takes time and earning its value. No matter the test, just give your best. And leave the rest to the one that owns the rest. They say every day is a new day. Listen, you don't need to believe me. Just pursue it anyway. We're all of us are in this together. Every single one of you in this room, we're in this together. So let's start loving each other. Again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Because our story isn't over until we reach its end. Thank you guys so much.